I welcome you all in this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to study about ASME code for shaft design. ASME stands for American Society of Mechanical Engineers. This ASME code for shaft design is a more correct approach to design the shaft subjected to combined loading. The normal approach that we have seen in the previous lecture, it was consisting of equation tau max is equal to 16 upon pi t cube under root mb square plus mt square. So in that equation, we have not considered the effect of shock and fatigue which actually occurs during the operation of shaft. But here in the ASME, the effect of shock and fatigue is considered with the help of two factors. Also, in the previous approach, the tau max was calculated using the equation 0.5 SYT upon Fs. That Fs can be varied by designer. So that means designer to designer, the value of factor of safety may change. And if the Fs is changed, the value of tau max will also changes. Okay, so that results into the changes in the value of diameter of shaft, that is the variation in the diameter of shaft. So this variation can be avoided in the ASME code or with the help of ASME code. So let us consider what are the guidelines that has been given by ASME code for shaft design. So according to ASME code, for shaft without keyway, first of all, shaft without keyway is considered. Okay, for shaft without keyways, the permissible shear stress is taken as 30% of yield strength in tension or 18% of ultimate strength in tension. Whichever is minimum. That means the value of permissible shear stress is suggested by ASME in this way. The value of permissible shear stress must be 30% of yield strength in tension, that is 30% of SYT, or 18% of ultimate strength in tension, that is 18% of SUT, whichever is minimum. So that we can write here the permissible shear stress tau max for shaft without keyway is 30% of SYT, that is 0.3 into SYT, or tau max without keyway is 18% of SUT, that is 0.18 into SUT. And here we have two values of tau max without keyway 0.3 SYT and tau max without keyway is 0.18 SUT. So here out of these two values we have to select minimum from these two. Okay, so minimum value from these two can be taken as tau max without keyway. Okay, now what happens, many times the shaft is mounted with the mechanical elements like gear, pulley, flywheel, and to mount these such mechanical elements on the shaft we require keyways. Okay, so for shaft with keyway, we have to further reduce the maximum permissible shear stress. Okay, that means whatever the minimum value that we got here can be taken as permissible shear stress for shaft without keyway, but for shaft with keyway we have to reduce the minimum value that is selected here, and we have to reduce it by 25%. So we can write the tau max for shaft with keyway is equal to 75% of tau max without keyway. Okay, so we have taken 75% of tau max without keyway. That means we have reduced the value of tau max without keyway to get the value of tau max with keyway. This equation simply indicates that the value of permissible shear stress for shaft with keyway is less as compared to value of permissible shear stress for shaft without keyway. The reason behind is that whenever we provide a keyway in the shaft, it reduces the cross section. Okay, that means it weakens its cross section, so failure of chances are more, and to avoid this, what we have to do, we have to increase its overall dimension, and it can be done by reducing the value of permissible shear stress. Is a very simple phenomenon that if we reduce permissible shear stress, the value of permissible shear stress, if we reduce the permissible shear stress, the dimensions increases. Okay, so that you can verify by using any simple equation like sigma t is equal to p upon pi by 4 d square, where you can reduce the value of permissible tensile stress sigma t, and you can see that the value of d will increase as you go on decreasing the value of permissible tensile stress. Okay, so this is the obvious thing, that if the value of permissible shear stress is decreased, dimension increases, and that's why for shaft with keyway we have to reduce the value of permissible shear stress by 25% of this tau max without keyway. So that's why we have taken as 75% of tau max without keyway as tau max with keyway. Okay, now second change that we have to do is we have to consider the effect of shock and fatigue. We have to consider the effect of shock and fatigue to design the shaft. Okay, and this shock and fatigue is considered by factors kb and kt. Okay, so these two factors are implemented in this equation like this. So tau max is equal to 16 upon pi d cube under root kb mb bracket square plus kt mt bracket square. Okay, already a similar equation we have seen in the previous normal approach for design of shaft when the shaft was subjected to combined bending moment and torsion moment. Here we have additionally multiplied by kb to mb and kt to mt just to consider the effect of shock and fatigue, and by using this kb and kt, the design of shaft becomes more accurate with the help of ASME code. Okay, so where we can write this kb and kt are, kb is combined shock and fatigue factor, applied to bending moment, and this kt is combined shock and fatigue factor applied to torsional moment. Okay, so we can design the shaft with this equation number 1 or equation number 2 and equation number 3. Out of this equation number 1 and 2 we have to use only one, because either the shaft will be given without keyway or shaft will be given with keyway. So either one or two equation we have to use, and equation 3 we have to use compulsory. Okay, so with the help of equation 1 or 2 and 3 we can design the shaft, that is we can find out the diameter of shaft. Remember that the value of kb and kt always it will be given in the numerical, or we have to select from the table. The value of kb and kt depends on the type of load, whether the load is gradual or load is behaving or acting like a shock impact load, or the load is acting like a heavy impact load. Okay, so depending on that we have to select the value of kb and kt from the table, but most of the time the value of kb and kt will be given. Okay, mb and mt, same approach that we have to use that we have seen in the previous lectures. mb can be determined from the bending load, mt can be determined from the power. Okay, and tau max, here new approach we have to use. Either we have to find out the tau max without keyway or with keyway, that depends on the numerical statement. Okay, so this is about the ASME code for shaft design. This is very similar to the previous approach, only the way we have to calculate tau max is different, and we have to consider kb and kt, which will be given in the numerical. So this is about ASME code for shaft design.